Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks. If somebody's needing a little help, I've done videos about this before, but he wants to put a logo on evenly on both sides of this cup. He gave me a measurement of 13 by 3 is the engraving area. You need to know this measurement right here. You need to know where your drive wheels are going to touch the cup. And I'm going to suggest not right here. I'm going to suggest where the drive wheels hit the cup. That's going to give you the closest perfect to center, to put it on between the centers, because the drive wheels are going to be turning this, and if it's 3 inches, it's going to turn it 3 inches. If it's 2.75, it's going to be off. If it's a 3 inch, if it's a 2.75 cup. So the easiest thing, the way to do that is to make a line, 2-point line, and 500 points is fine. That's what he draws with. I'm going to make the line 3 inches long. I'm going to change my nudge distance to 13 inches. I'm going to hit the plus key on the keyboard and move it down 13 inches. So now we have our engraving area. But now what we need to do, you could figure it out mathematically, but Corel will do it for you. Go to Effects, Blend, and blend it 3 times. Now we have our center of our writing area. I'm going to grab it all and go up to Object and break Blend apart. Grab it all again, go to Object and ungroup it. Now we don't need the top one, we don't need the bottom one, and we don't need the middle one. That is our center of the cup in the rotation. Now bring in your logo, get it fairly close, and I'm going to bring in an indexing line just to kind of show you that the line isn't going to move. Select the logo, hold down the Shift key and select the line, and then hit EC. And what it did, it centered it between the line both directions. Bring in the other logo. You always want to select your target item second, where it's going to go to. Select that, EC. That is in the center of the logo. The line is in the center of the cup. And that's really all you need. Now, like I said, you need to measure that to make sure this 13 inches was correct. Now, what I would suggest doing is you should have really run a test. So let's move these logos out of the way. I don't know, he's got a boss laser, and my epilogue won't run anything that's off the page. So you've got it in there like that. You've got your cup turned sideways. And in the rotary device, that I'm guessing that's how an epilogue works. I'm pretty sure it'd be the same. And tell you what, let's make these lines. Let's make these lines yellow, so they'll stand out a little more. As a matter of fact, we're going to make them a little thicker so you can see this. Let's go 10 points. And that wouldn't be bad for a test. Now he does say he has a red dot pointer. So put your cup in there, your logos are here, and keep your lid open so your laser won't fire, and hit print like you're going to engrave these 2 lines. When it starts engraving, I'd even put some masking tape, all the way around your cup. The wheels aren't going to interfere because the masking tape won't hit the wheels. It could just be a small, doesn't have to be all the way. But then start your laser, and the cup is going to turn, and depending on how you've got your laser set up, it's going to select that one. It's going to start engraving. Hit stop on your laser. And if you have a red dot pointer, take a pencil and mark where that red dot is with it on the tape. If it didn't happen to hit on the tape, start it again and just stop it. Because the laser is going back and forth this way. Then let it go. It'll spin, it'll engrave that line. With your lid open, it won't fire. And then do the same thing for this line. Let it fire, mark with a pencil. And then I use paper tape that I get from IKEA, but like a sewing tape to measure around the cup. And then just measure, and if that line is equal, like if, you know, if this is 13, this is only going to be, you know, 12 inches. So if your lines are 6 inches apart, you're good to go. Take these, remember we nudged, so we don't have to worry about that. These are equal. You just put them in your laser bed. Now, I don't know about a Boss laser, but you can actually, let's say let's do a triangle or a rectangle, and let's make it the 3 by 13. And of course, that's bigger than your laser bed is, evidently. But let's get it in there about where it should be. And what I was going to suggest, I kind of lost my track of mind. It shouldn't really matter. You know, okay, that's what I was thinking about, the cup. So this area, if you could set your home point right in the center of your engraving area, and especially if you have center engraving, then it'll engrave this in the center. If you do not have that, put your home point, let's just draw a rectangle. If you do not have that, put your rectangle on the top and set a new home point, if that makes sense. If it's center, if you have center, epilogues have center, you could start right there, and it's going to engrave from the center on both of them. You know, it'll actually go down here and start engraving, but it'll go from the center. If you do not have center, put your home point at the top of your engraving area. I wish I hadn't deleted that picture. Maybe we can bring it back. Okay, so if this is your engraving area from here to here, which is about right, 3 inches, that's your engraving area. If you've got center, put your new home in the center of that logo. And just kind of you know, you can measure and just, you know, if it's 3 inches, get 1.5 inches off both sides. Always leave a little room for, don't get on this, if this is the type of cup, if it's not powder coated the whole way. If you don't have center, put the home right there. Anyway, I hope that helped a little bit, and thank you for watching.